need to like put a compilation together of me just messing with my hair because it's gonna be like a lot. Gosh, here we go. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while since I have been on here and updating you guys, but I was finishing up with my classes and doing all of that stuff, and so I'm officially finished with my classes and I can now focus on getting ready for my Disney college program. In today's video, I decided that I was going to do the DCP tag because I've been wanting to share my story about the Disney college program, like how I got accepted and stuff. With this tag, I can like kind of talk about it and go through it. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I cannot believe how close my Disney college program is. Like, I leave in less than 50 days. That's ridiculous to me. I think the last time I was on here in a sit-down video, I had like around 100 days. And now I only have like 40 something. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Anyways, without further ado, let's go to the DCP tag. So this is going to be my story of how I came about the Disney college program and what my process was a little bit, and just like a little bit about me and my life and like how I came to this point. But it's also going to be a DCP tag. This is the backstory of how I came to do the Disney college program. Okay, stop messing with your hair. Stop. It's fine. Just leave it alone. Okay. I heard about the Disney college program from Emily. I honestly don't even remember, like she just like brought it up in conversation one day and I had never heard of it before. And so I was at my community college before this college that I'm at right now. She was just like talking about it and she was like, applications are dropping for Disney college program. I was like, I have no idea what that is, but okay. And she was like, I'll keep you updated and I'll let you know when the applications drop and then we can fill them out together. I did the application process my second year at that community college, so just last year, because I didn't know what I was going to do after that community college and I didn't know what I really wanted to do. And so I was like, oh, okay, so if I get into this Disney college program thing, then that would be really cool and I wouldn't have to like figure it out right away. So long story short, I applied that year, so last year, the fall semester, and I applied on the very first day of applications. Applications dropped and then I had work that night. So after I got off work, I went back to my room, me and Emily's room, and then she helped me through it because she'd already done it. And then I had to wait quite some time to get the web-based interview, but I did end up getting the web-based interview and it was like a whole big ordeal and we were like telling everybody, we were telling our vocal teachers, and it was really cool because we all had like ended up getting the web-based interviews like at the same time. And so the night that I got the web-based interview, I went to my best friend's house, my best friend Jake, and I did it at his house, and so he was like watching me do it and it was like really stressful because it was the first time I didn't know what to expect. But I did the web-based interview at his house and then immediately got a phone interview. So I was like freaking out and I was so excited and I posted it on Snapchat and social media and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, I didn't even think I would get this far. Like, I don't know what to do now. And so I scheduled my phone interview for a couple of days afterwards. I think it was about a week after, something like that. I scheduled it for then. It was a Wednesday. I remember it was a Wednesday because I had Bible study that day and then I went home and like holed myself up in my dorm room. So I had my phone interview and I stressed myself out about it so much. I had just been hearing a lot of different things like you need to prepare but like don't over prepare and you need to write out all of your answers. Be super prepared but you have to act like you're not prepared. And so I was like unnecessarily psyching myself out for this phone interview. So the phone interview came and went. I don't remember her name, but she was super, super nice and we had a good talk. She talked mainly about the magical side of things, like the Disney side, like how would you spread magic to this child, like blah, 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 all about the characters and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, okay, so like maybe character attendant? I don't know, because I didn't get really many work-related questions. And so I like gave her my top roles and stuff like that, and she was super sweet. I was like unnecessarily psyched out, but like I was really happy when the phone interview was over. And then after my phone interview, we like went out and like celebrated because all of our phone interviews were done and it was really fun. After my phone interview, I waited for quite some time. I waited for a long time. It was like the last week that they were accepting people is when I got NLIC'd. I did not get into the program. I had gotten my hopes up for getting into the Disney college program, but I honestly, like somewhere back in my mind, I was like, there's no way they're getting into this. Like there are so many other people applying and there's like such a small range of people that actually get in that it's like ridiculous. And none of us ended up getting in. Me and Emily and Ben and our friend Calder and my friend Carly all applied, and me and Calder and Emily and Ben, we'd all done our phone interviews. And then we all got NLIC'd like around the same time, except for Ben. He like got put on a wait list or something, and then he had to wait even longer than us. Yeah, we all got NLIC'd, which was kind of a bummer, which caused me to be like, oh cool, now I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's so close to me graduating from this community college. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this now because both of my plans fell through and I was kind of freaking out a little bit. So I decided very last minute to go to this university. And from the start, I knew that I didn't want to be there. Like, I had this like dread about doing it, but I didn't know if it was just like not knowing what to expect at a big university versus like a community college where I came from. And what I did first, I had a weird feeling about it. I procrastinated doing literally everything. I didn't audition for the actual program because, I don't know, I just didn't want to. I was so late that all of the auditions to get into the music theater program had already like passed. So I was supposed to send in a video audition in the summer and I just never got around to it and I just didn't want to do it. And then I had started a new job because I was moving to my own apartment for the first time and it just didn't happen. And it was basically like school was like on a back burner and I just didn't want to do it. I didn't even know what my classes were until like the week school started. Like I just didn't care. I didn't care to know. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to be here. Sorry, I'm gonna start getting emotional, I think. So I started school at this university and like pretty much instantly I just didn't feel welcome. It's not that I didn't feel welcome because all of the people were really nice, but it was weird for me not living on campus and not being like in the action and like not being in the actual college. Like, you know, I auditioned for stuff, I didn't get in because they gave it to the music theater majors first, which, you know, makes sense. I just like wasn't part of anything. I didn't feel like part of anything and I hated it. I didn't want to be here. I had mental breakdowns literally every single day. I know my grades were struggling, which is bad for me because I have never been a person to get bad grades in my entire life. Sorry, this is difficult. Pretty sure at one point I went through a, however very mild it may have been, I went through a mild depression while I was here and I just like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't have the energy to do anything. I didn't have the motivation to do anything. I felt very stuck and I didn't know what to do. So I just kept going back and forth to Emily's because Emily stayed at our community college another semester while I went ahead and like graduated and moved on. I was missing that college a lot. I was missing my friends a lot because I hadn't made any new friends at this new university. And one day she called me. It was a rough day for me that day. But she called me and she was like, oh my God, Makayla, I got into the Disney College program. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the coolest thing I've ever heard. Like, what? You just got into it? And she like told me and she like applied and she got in and she was like, you should apply. It literally the night before, I had just been at her house and I was like crying to her about like how much I hated everything and like how I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I know I didn't want to do it at my college that I'm at now. And so she called me and she was like, yeah, you should come over and apply. And so I just picked up what I was doing and I just drove to her house and I like instantly applied. This is the part of the story where I do these Disney college program question things. So this is the official start of the DCP tag. How did you find out about the program? That was Emily. I already explained that in my long backstory. Question 2, how was the interview process? Okay, so when I went to Emily's house, I filled out the application and then like 20 minutes later, I think, got the web-based interview. And that was like crazy to me because I had to wait quite some time last year to get the web-based interview and I had gotten it like pretty much instantly. It was like within 20 minutes I had gotten the web-based interview, but I didn't change anything on my application from the year before other than like I was at a new college and like I had a new job and so I added that on there, but other than that everything just stayed the same. I just submitted it. I was doing this half-heartedly because I didn't think I was actually gonna get in. It wasn't soon after they dropped the application. It was like a while. And so I honestly wasn't expecting to get anything. I was not expecting to get the web-based interview, especially as quickly as I did. So I instantly started doing it. I had already done it before, so this time it didn't freak me out or anything. Plus this time I wasn't expecting to get anything. I was literally just doing it as a backup, like because I didn't know what else to do and I hated it here. So the web-based interview flew by. It was so easy this time around because I knew what they were looking for, kind of. Like I feel like I know what they're looking for. I answered the questions pretty quickly. So like instantly after I finished the web-based interview, I got my phone interview and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just did all of these steps in like within an hour. I had to wait so long last time to do all of these steps. But now it's literally just happening and I'm like, oh my god, this is real now. This is the point that I got to last time was the phone interview, so I honestly wasn't expecting to get past the phone interview again because I didn't last time, and I was expecting to have to wait a very long time again. I scheduled my phone interview for that Friday, and then I posted on social media. I was like, hey, maybe I should like tell people that I'm doing this, you know, just in case, because I hadn't told anyone. I literally just picked up my stuff and just went to Emily's house and just did this like on a whim. I hadn't told my parents, I hadn't told my family, I hadn't told any of my friends, I hadn't told my roommates, like I hadn't told anyone because I didn't expect to get this far this fast. I just wanted to do it as backup. But then all of a sudden I was like through all of the steps that I got like last time within an hour. Then comes the part of like actually having to tell people like, hey, I'm actually thinking about doing this again. So I went to classes that Thursday. So for this phone interview this time around, I didn't prepare at all. Not at all. I prepared like a couple of minutes before my interview started. I didn't feel psyched out about it. I didn't feel stressed out about it. I was just going into it with the mindset of whatever happens, happens. So since I wasn't expecting anything, it didn't stress me out as much. Friday comes around and I just had like these nervous, anxious feelings that I get like before I go on stage or something, like all day long. And so my phone interview was at 7 at night. I go through all my classes and stuff and you had to do that. And then Emily comes over and she forces me to prepare at least a little bit. I really did not do anything to prepare for this. And she was like, okay, well at least look at the roles, refresh on them, refresh on the questions. And so I was like, okay. So we did that and she left and I took a nap before my phone interview. Last time, there'd be no way that I was taking a nap or doing anything else before my phone interview. I literally sat there for 2 hours looking at my phone the first time around that I applied, freaking out like, oh my God, it was a stressful time. But this time I literally took a nap and I woke up like around 6:30 and looked at the questions on my laptop. I wasn't nervous. I didn't do anything to prepare. I do my phone interview and my person was so sweet. She was really great. I really liked talking with her. I don't remember her name because I'm terrible with names and I wasn't really paying attention, what I should have been. This time around, she only asked me job interview questions. Like there were almost no Disney questions at all. There was no like character attendant focused type questions. I, you know, got done with my phone interview and then I moved on. I have my paper still. Like I wrote down like a couple of things, but I didn't really expect anything. I mean, I didn't think it went bad. Like I didn't really have any feelings on it whatsoever. I literally did not check my email. Like I just didn't do it. I maybe checked it like once in the couple of days following. Like I just didn't check it. I didn't even talk to my parents about anything. I told my mom, I texted my mom after my phone interview and I was like, hey, it went well, and she was like, okay, cool, and then we just moved on with life. I'm getting ahead of myself. Number 3, where were you when you found out? I didn't expect to hear anything, so I didn't check back. Like Emily would literally text me and be like, have you checked your email today? And I'd be like, no, and she was like, do it. And I was like, fine. So that's the only time I would check my email. One day, it was a Wednesday, it was October 18th. I remember this and I remember it vividly and it was the best day of my life. I had classes all day that Wednesday. I didn't even follow the waves this time. I didn't know when waves were happening. I didn't know when people were getting accepted. I didn't follow anything. I don't even know if I was part of the Facebook page until after I officially got accepted. And so I had gotten done with 2 of my classes and I had like a big long break between my acting class and my choir class. It was like almost 2 hours. So me and a friend were sitting in the student center and I get a call from Emily and she was like, oh my gosh, Ben, her boyfriend, had just got accepted into the Disney College program. Have you checked your email today? And I had actually checked my email in the morning. Like before I went to classes, I had checked my email. I didn't have anything. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like what? He had his phone interview after me. Like, why didn't I get anything? Or why haven't I gotten anything? So we talked about it and like we were like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like I'm so happy for you too. And then I hung up and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll check again. Maybe I'll check one more time because I checked in the morning and Ben had just gotten his. So I was like, you know what? We'll just see what happens. It's probably gonna be nothing. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. And then I go to my email and I see, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. I see the Walt Disney World like recruiting email and I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was really nervous about looking like the actual part of the email where it says either congratulations or thank you for whatever. I didn't expect to hear back from them this fast and I was like, oh my gosh, Ben just got his acceptance. Like what if this is my acceptance? And so I look and it says congratulations and I kid you not. Okay, here is what's happening. To take the call from Emily, I had to go upstairs and outside because the student center, there's no service down there, and we were in the basement area by like, there was like a bowling alley, and we were over by that. And so I was upstairs and like outside in front of like quite a few people. Like there were, you know, it was like a regular school day and people were just walking by, and it was outside, and it was outside the student center, so there was like a ton of people. And as soon as I saw the word congratulations, I lost it. Like I didn't like sob hysterically or anything, but I was like hyperventilating, and I like started tearing up. I FaceTimed Emily and we started freaking out about it, and then I called and then I hung up with Emily because I was like, hey, I gotta call my mom, because she wasn't the first person that I told. Sorry, mom, you were the second. And so I hung up and I was like, I gotta call my mom. I call my mom, and at this point I'm like crying, like actual tears are like coming down my face, and I'm like crying. So I call her and I was like crying, and she was like freaking out. She was like, hey, did you get in a car accident? Like what's wrong? And I was like, Mom, I got accepted to Disney. And she was like, you scared me. I thought you were in a car accident. And I was like, thanks, Mom. To this day, I'm like, I go through all of the things that happened, and it was so crazy. It was a week after I applied, I got in, which is like so weird to me because I wasn't even expecting to get anything. But then after that, you know, I wasn't expecting to get in, so I had to like tell everybody, and I had to figure everything out, but everything is figured out, and I'm good to go. Okay, question number 4. What is your role? My role in the Disney College program is quick service food and beverage, which was not my top role, but honestly, I'm excited. I'm really excited. My preferred roles were, my top one was character performer, but since I live in Kansas, they don't have literally any auditions that come anywhere near Kansas, and I didn't know I was applying anyways, or else I would have auditioned, so I couldn't audition for it. Yeah, my top one was character performer. My next one was character attendant, because I don't know, is the next best thing to character performer for me. The next one was Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique / Pirates League or whatever, because I think that'd be so fun to work in. And then my next one was Cedar. Number 5, how did you find your roommates? Well, Emily, obviously I already knew, and so we were going through the page together, and we found some great roommates on Facebook, and I think we're still trying to find more, but I don't really know. So right now I have 3 other roommates, Emily, Sutton, and Lauren. How many do you want? I've really always wanted to have like a 6-person room, so 5 other roommates. I think that would be like really fun, but then we decided on 4-person, and I was like, I mean, that's fine. That's okay with me. But now I think we're going back to 6-person, which means we have to find 2 more people. So, but my original thought was like, oh, 6-person would be kind of fun. I guess 6-person, I don't know. What are you going to miss while you're in the program? A little bit about me. I lived in Kansas my entire life, but I've been lucky enough to be able to travel quite a bit, and because of that I have this love and passion for traveling, which, I mean, you know, I want to be a singer or like a performer, like as a job, and so that's like a great way to be able to like travel the world, and so that just like, you know, goes in hand in hand. So I'm so ready to get out of Kansas, but I will miss my family, obviously my family and my friends, and just like having the comfort of like, you know, just getting to go home like whenever I feel like it, because right now my parents are only 30 to 45 minutes away. Overall, I'm so ready to leave. Number 7, what is your favorite Disney park? Okay, so I'm basic. I'm the most basic person in the entire world, and I really love Magic Kingdom a lot. I like the magical aspect of it, and I'm a huge Disney princess person, like obviously because Rapunzel is my favorite, but I've always loved Disney princesses, and like for me Magic Kingdom was always where they lived, and you know, they were just always in Magic Kingdom, and so Magic Kingdom is my favorite. But also I really love Hollywood Studios, because I love like all of the film and like the movie parts of it, so I really like Magic Kingdom, but I also really like Hollywood Studios. But I also really like Epcot because I like traveling, and then there's like the pavilions. Okay, I like all of them. Magic Kingdom is my favorite, Animal Kingdom is my least favorite. Number 8, first thing you want to do when you get there. So, the first thing I want to do when I get there, obviously, is go to Magic Kingdom, because, you know, it's Magic Kingdom, and I want to see the castle for the first time as a cast member. But after Magic Kingdom, the very first thing I'm doing is going to Hollywood Studios and riding the stupid Tower of Terror ride, because I didn't do it when I was in 6th grade and I want to do it. The second thing I'm going to do when I get there is do the Hollywood Tower of Terror. Okay, what's number 1 on your bucket list? Okay, so this isn't like by any means like an order or anything, But the very first thing that's on my bucket list that I started is try Dole Whip because I've never tried it before. I don't know if there are like different flavors of it. I've literally never had any experience with Dole Whip in my entire life. So I don't know if there's like different flavors or like how that works. But I've heard that it was like pineapple flavored and I hate pineapple. So I have a feeling I'm gonna hate it, but I really want to try it just to do it. Also, I think I'm gonna do a bucket list video. If you want me to do that, definitely comment because I'll probably do it anyways because it seems like something that's fun and I have a bucket list going already. But if you want to see a bucket list video, just give this video a thumbs up and leave it in the comments. So, what is one thing you hope to take away from the program? There is a lot of things that I hope to take away from the Disney College program. A lot of like job related aspects of it and personal aspects of it as well. The job aspects that I want to take away is something great for my resume. Having Disney on your resume is seriously a great thing, no matter what you're going into. And I also, when I get down there, I'm planning on auditioning for everything that I'm able to audition for as a CP. My goal when I get down there is to extend and become a character performer. I really hope that that happens. That's what I would like to get out of that. Ultimately performing experience with the Disney company and also a great resume builder, you know? But also I want to meet as many new people as I possibly can from as many different places as I possibly can and work on building connections because that's going to be a great thing for me is connections in Disney World. Look at my shirt. It says, "In a world full of 10s, be an 11 and a Stranger Things shirt." Anyways, this video is way too long, but I hope you enjoyed my Disney College Program acceptance story and also my Disney College Program tag. Let me know what you guys want to see for future videos. I leave in less than 50 days, so hopefully I'll get some vlogs going pretty soon. I'm gonna have to start thinking about packing. If you want to see a bucket list, let me know. If you want me to do more Disney tags, let me know. If you want me to do more collabs with Emily or Ben, let me know, because me and Emily actually did a roommate tag, but that will be posted at a later date. I'm not sure when yet. It's filmed and ready to go, I just need to post it, but we're trying to coordinate our posting because one part is on my channel and one part is on her channel. I hope you liked this video and I'll see you real soon. I like that more. Oh my god, I just found my phone interview little notes that I took. Anyways, I thought I would show you. Okay, bye.